Yo, what it do, what it does. My name is Shem Mukia. This is Pulse Live Kenya, coming to you guys live with none other than. So you know what I'm gonna do. I know these people definitely know who you are, but I want to give you a chance to do the introduction because I feel like you'll do it better than I will. So we have a bunch of people watching live in the audience. You can tell them who you are just in case they might not. I don't think they don't, but just in case.
What's up, beautiful people? I go by the name Sarkodie, Sarkodie, over the Bipompedi, all the way from Ghana. You know what time it is.
Yes, sir. All right, man. So first of all, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So the first question, obviously, that I need to find out is like, how's Kenya been treating you so far? I know you just checked in yesterday, but how is Kenya treating you so far?
I literally just got in, just right now. So I'm yet to like go to town and feel the city, but I love it. I think it's super beautiful.
Yeah.
It's meeting the expectations that I had. So, and I really love it. I was telling my team while we're driving from the airport, I said, this is a nice place, a beautiful space. So hopefully you guys can give me a good time here in Kenya before I go back.
How long are you going to be here for? That's another
I think max is like 3 days.
Max like 3 days.
Yes.
I think there's a lot you can do in 3 days, It's a lot you can do in 3 days. Is this the first time you're actually coming to Kenya?
Yes.
All right, so like the video that you guys did with Calligraph Jones, the Kenyan rapper, he came to Ghana to shoot the video.
No, I shot mine in Ghana, yes.
Then he shot his and then it was put together.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So just jumping right into the matter at hand. You dropped an album recently.
Yes.
No Pressure. An amazing piece of work. First of all,
Thank you,
it was amazing from the beginning to the end. And like you have so many amazing features on that thing. You have Vic Mensa, you have Gigs, you have Kwesi, Casper. Like, how long did it take you to put together that album? How long were you working on that project for?
I think I kind of like started most of them when we went on serious lockdown when COVID came in the beginning. So I think that might probably be like a year or two, So most of the records started from then when I was locked down in the States. So I had producers sent me beats. Then I started working on the material. So yes, let's say like a year or two.
Like a year or two. And like with all those features and all those people that are featured on the album, is there any one of the features that you are more excited about, like just to have them?
I'm excited for all because these are people that I respect. These are people that I would listen to their music, So it's not like I would appreciate one more than the other. These are people that I do collaborations, but I normally do organic collaborations. It has to make sense. So anybody that I do a song with is because I really want to do the song with the person. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So like considering how long you've been in the game, when it comes to like the point when you're about to drop a big project, like the way No Pressure is such a big project, do you still or do you ever feel any pressure or like anxiety or nervous when you're about to drop a project?
Yes, I wouldn't rule that out. It's a good feeling. It's about caring about what you're doing. It's not because you think it's not going to do well. It's about my detailing level when it has to do with presentation. I still get nervous when I'm going on stage, not because you're scared. It's because you care about what you're going to do. So yes, from time to time I catch myself feeling like I'm a bit anxious as in how the album's going to drop. Hopefully it doesn't leak, all these, but I believe in my content. I'm not thinking, are they going to love it or not? It's more about presentation, how I want to execute it, if it's going to go according to plan, because I care about my craft. So if you're not nervous or a bit anxious, that means you don't really care about it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I never really thought about it that way. You get anxious because you care.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So as I mentioned, we're live on Facebook, so we have a bunch of guys watching. We have a guy called Brayo Kariz tuned in. We have Wakili Mary is also tuned in. We have someone tuned in all the way from Arusha. We have a guy called Dennis Kutswa who says you're the best rapper and he's listening all the way from Kisumu. Kisumu is another county outside of Nairobi.
Wow.
We have someone watching from Uganda also, which is also pretty dope. All right. Okay. So the next question I want to ask you is like, so you're in Kenya because you have this list. You have a listening party coming up, for the No Pressure album, and you also just had a listening party in Nigeria as well, So why have you chosen to do like this kind of like tour kind of thing right now?
Because for the longest, I think Africa has shown me support. It's not just Ghana. So as you're reading it, people from Uganda, people from all parts of Africa appreciating the Sarkodie brand. So it's only right that I don't just always be with my people and be in touch with them. I have to move around. So definitely, I chose a few countries. I can't do the whole of Africa, but at least the few that I can do. Yes, Kenya happened to be one of the names that popped up. Yeah. And Nigeria and Tanzania. It's only right that when people enjoy your music, you have to touch base with them. That's basically why I'm here.
So are you? So Tanzania is the next.
Yes,
stop.
from here.
Okay. All right. So like, when's the last time you did like a big show? When's the last time you had a show? Like a performance,
general?
like a concert type of thing.
No, what's that? I'm really bad with memories, but I don't think it was that long ago though. Yeah. If a big show, I think. Yeah, I need to. I'm bad.
Better that. Let me ask you this though. So, do you think like if we weren't going through like this whole pandemic type of thing, that instead of doing these listening parties, this would have been like concerts instead? Like, would you have been doing like a concert tour type of thing?
Honestly, if the project was out, I would still want to do this and probably do a concert. But mainly, I think regardless, I would do this as well because this is more intense. It's more focused on the project. Then later on, when I went to Nigeria, then I was inspired to do a show. Exactly. Okay. When I was in Ghana, the inspiration didn't come. But when I got on the grounds and felt the love, the energy, I was like, yo, let's do it. So same thing. So I think I would have still done the media run.
The media run. Yes. Okay. All right. So now, the album is called No Pressure. Why did you choose to call the album No Pressure? Are you done? There's no more pressure in your life? You're just living good?
So I've been doing this for over 10 years. And one thing that I realized is the fact that I was able to do this because I didn't take too much from people, whether being fans or the media, and expectations from what they think you're supposed to do. I trust my pace. It took me a couple of years to achieve what I've been able to achieve now, so I trust it. So I think as therapy for myself, because a lot of artists fall off, not because they don't have material or they are not creative no more, because I don't believe in, you can have a creative block, but creativity doesn't go away. It stays with you. So most artists fall off because of trying to please what people want to project on them and what the fans want them to do, what the media speak about them. You know, creatives are a bit sensitive, you know, so when it gets to them, then they lose touch. What I'm doing is I'm trying to take off all the pressures. Yes, you guys have opinions of what you think I'm supposed to do, but I trust my process. It's been 10 years, so I think I have the right to say, don't put pressure, and let me just make music for what music is worth.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so you said you've been in the game 10 years. So like, as an artist, yeah, how do you think you've, let's say, changed, or how do you think you've grown from like that time when you were dropping your first mixtape to now that you've gotten to the point where you're dropping an album, No Pressure? How do you think you've changed as an artist?
Definitely see things a bit differently. Delivery of my projects a bit different. Understanding of music, the dynamics, the limitations to, or you know, the extent that your music can get to. I've seen that there's no boundaries. When I started, I was literally, I just wanted to impress my friends.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's just a bunch of guys that I rap to. Like my manager, that's how I met him. I wanted to rap for him to like, that's all I was doing basically.
Okay.
And then I started moving like, you know, to other stages. So it's different highs at every step. When I started, it was more of, my high was the fact that when I rap to somebody, your reaction is my high. Then it gets to me going on the radio, people being, you know, moved by my flows, and then they call in the radio, talking, that was my high. Then it got to me having a single on the radio, that was a high. It got to me being on big platforms, that was a high. It got to me winning awards, that was a high. So every stage, the high changes. So at this point, I think it's more about impacting the industry, more than just dropping projects and that's it. So I've grown mentally, how to deal with things. So definitely a different Sarkodie 10 years ago, definitely.
Okay, all right. So let me ask you a very, very random question, yeah? Have you ever Googled yourself?
Yes.
You Googled yourself. What do you see when you Google yourself?
I think I normally see the whole African rapper, you know, they do like the top 10 list.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I have a few questions. And these are, like when you Google Sarkodie, these are some frequently asked questions that are on the internet. So I just want to hear your direct answer for some of these questions, okay? So the first question is, how many awards has Sarkodie won?
Nah, man, I have no idea.
So Wikipedia says something like 107.
I can believe that.
You can believe that? All right, so to you, because you can't remember all of them though, what's an award that meant a lot to you? Like something that you received and it actually like made an impact on you?
I would say artist of the decade
Yeah.
in Ghana. It's two, artist of the decade and then best international flow,
Yeah.
BET. These two because artist of the decade because obviously it's not easy as a rapper
Yeah.
in my country to dominate the scene for 10 years because normally you would have a high life or Afrobeat, you know, somebody who sings commercially, as they term it, successful, to be able to be relevant in the face of the people for 10 years and them not getting tired of you.
Yeah.
So yes, I really did appreciate that. And then best international flow, BET, because that's what I stand for. It was a decision I made. It was a cautious decision, me sitting down and saying that I used to appeal to my people in Ghana who speak Chi, who understand what I was saying. But then anytime I see a foreigner or even people in Ghana who don't speak Chi, they listen to me and they were like, what is really about this guy that people like? And me wanting to be able to appeal to them or all ears, I had to work on delivery and flow, which sounds good to the ear, so you don't need to understand what I'm saying, but you feel the music. So I sat down to plan that. So for me to win an award for something I planned, you can imagine how that feels like. You know?
True.
Yeah, so these two awards definitely very dear to me.
All right. Another one is, how many songs has Sarkodie?
Yeah, that's gonna be hard, man. I have no idea.
Let me ask you this then. So like in terms of like, you don't know all the songs that you have, but like, do you have a song that's in your catalog or on No Pressure itself that you feel like is slept on? You're like, man, that song should have had a better reception.
A lot of songs, but I can blame myself too. I put out a lot of great songs at a time, so I can only see that some songs will be slept on. It's a whole lot of songs. Because I normally do songs, and I know that sonically this could have done this, but maybe I'll bring something else and then it overshadows that. You know? Or maybe sometimes the timing is just not right. You know? So yeah, there are certain songs that it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
There's a lot. Is there one you can mention? Like one song that everyone needs to listen to if they've not already heard it?
Songs,
It could be recent though. It doesn't also have to be like way back.
yeah, because so I have a song called Come Back featuring Logo. I feel like that song would have been way bigger than what it was. A song with Young L, Friends to Enemies. Yes, I really love that song and I think it would be way bigger.
Okay. Alright, so another question is, frequently asked questions, like what people are Googling about you is, did Sarkodie attend university?
No, I did a course in graphic designing at IPMC.
Yeah.
But I didn't do like uni.
Yeah. Have you done anything with that graphic design, like knowledge and information that you have right now?
Right around the same time when I completed was when I started doing music. I tried doing office work. I realized that was not for me.
Yeah.
There's no way I was going to sit somewhere till 6. So I knew that definitely that this is not for me. And personally for myself, yes, I was doing some few artworks for myself. And that was basically it. I didn't go professional with it.
So do you like at least creatively like direct like the album covers, your
I'm very
videos?
hands-on with that. I'm even trying to like stay off a little bit because I care too much about detailing.
Yeah.
So what I do is I go for extremely creative people who are way creative than me, way advanced, so that I can listen to what it says, so I can trust. But if you're not on that level, because I'm a creative person as well, so if you're not on that high level, I might have to be hands-on with it and just go through the process with you.
So you'd rather just give it to somebody you know is gonna
really
do
trust,
something.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then the next one is This one says, "Is Shatta Wale richer than Sarkodie?"
Well, nobody would know.
Nobody would know. Alright, and then final one is Sarkodie the best rapper in Africa? What do you think?
Yes, I can. That one I can say that.
No, you can say that he's the best rapper in Africa. Okay. Who else do you rank as an African rapper, minus yourself?
China, Calligraph, Ice Prince,
Yeah.
Edem, he's in Ghana. Yeah, that's really more about it.
Yeah. How comes?
It's a lot of rappers. Bro.
Yeah. How comes Calligraph's missing on your album, I say? You know, we really thought after we had Wavy,
Yeah.
we really were expecting some. You know, we were expecting more and more to come.
Exactly. But I think we're going to do more. It's about the music. If I hear a beat, that's how I do my features though. I need to hear a beat. As soon as I hear the beat, the name comes. So I don't go looking for a song that can feature Calligraph.
Uh-huh.
So if the beat comes in, I feel like, yo, this is so Calligraph and me. We'll do it. You know, I have people close to me that were on the album and they were like asking questions why.
Like how? Is there gonna be like a deluxe version? You know, with the like.
Yeah, my team was advising that we do that. So
Yeah.
possibly, yeah.
Okay, we'll be waiting for that deluxe one. Yeah. All right. So now, before we come back to the album and everything, I have like a few random quick fire questions. Yeah, that I'd just like you to answer for us. So the first one is, what's your favorite track off of No Pressure?
It has to be one, right?
Yeah.
I'll say anything.
Anything. That's a good song. Good song. What's your favorite song in general right now? Like a song that's currently in your playlist?
Second Sermon by Black Sherry.
All right. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
First thing I do when I wake up is... What do I do?
Okay.
Normally on a regular day, I'll just go get my gym stuff, get ready, and hit the treadmill. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, welcome back to CELEB 254 with none other than Sarkodie, the greatest rapper in Africa. And we were asking him a few quick-fire questions, you know, just for you guys to get to know him a little bit better. And the next one I wanted to ask is, so would you rather go like a year, no haircuts, no trim, like you just have to live your life, or a whole year, no gym?
I could do a whole year no gym.
You could do a whole year no gym. Is that because you work out at home or just like, you know?
No, I think I think I'll literally die if I don't have a haircut.
Yeah, you have to stay fresh, man. It's that haircut is normally life-changing, you know?
Terrible.
Okay. How many Kenyan artists do you know?
I know Victoria Kimani. I know Calligraph.
Yes, sir.
I always know Nameless, but I didn't know he was from here.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay,
So I think that will be it. This morning they were trying to put me on some new music, but the ones that I know, yes.
Okay, all right. Next one is, so, you have a song with Harmonize, who is a Tanzanian artist. And Kenya and Tanzania, we share one thing in common, is that we both speak Kiswahili or Swahili. Now, I want to read you a sentence, and I want to see if you can translate it for me. It says, umenivumilia bila hata kitu, mchana na usiku.
Yes.
What does that mean?
I need to ask Harmonize again.
You don't remember what it means?
I know he told me something, but I forgot.
But you forgot. But at least you delivered the line. At least in
Was it perfect?
You did a good job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For someone who
Did I
doesn't
have
speak,
an accent?
you
A
could.
little bit.
Someone could tell that you probably don't speak Kiswahili as like your first language. But at least.
What does it mean though?
So it means you've persevered with me when I didn't have anything, night and day. So umenivumilia means like persevere. So like you've stuck with me. Bila hata kitu. Bila means without. Kitu is something. Then mchana na usiku. Mchana is day. Usiku is night.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big shout to Harmonize for me, allowing me to touch base with my people.
Yes, sir.
God bless you.
Okay. The next one is, do you remember what your first job was?
I've never had a job.
Never had a job. Man, you know some people are living the dream. God. All right. So do you remember your first big paycheck? Remember the first time like you got paid and you were like, that's a lot of money.
Yes.
What was the paycheck from? What was the reason for the pay?
Yeah, I think it was from a show.
Yeah.
I did a show, yes.
Yeah. What did you do with that money? Like once like you sat down after the show and everything, what did you finally go ahead and do with that guap?
I think my biggest first paycheck, funny enough, it was a tough decision because somebody was been hustling for a while. I had to treat myself, but I did it. I got a piece of land. Yes. Literally the whole money for a purchase of the land.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the land doing now? Is it like
It's like
farmhouses, just chilling?
It was like developed area by then. So we were talking about like 10, 11 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like that's the only spot left. It's a nice, cute land with a lot of houses there. That's my spot. It's the only spot that developed.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Just that it was far. So everything I'm working on now is a bit close to me.
Mm-hmm.
But that is a bit far. But it's still worth a lot now. Yeah.
Okay. What's one thing you feel like you wasted money on?
Wasted money on.
It could be a recent purchase, or it could just be something that stands out from like your past.
I think too much before I purchase stuff. So
Really?
I really do like mistakes with what I'm going to buy. I'll think it through. Stuff that I don't really like spending money on. I think I would say cars.
Mm-hmm.
If I get a decent, good car that stands the test of time,
Yeah.
I think I could use it. But I always feel like it's never worth it. Financially, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. So even like when you had just started coming into like a lot of money, you never had one of those. You know, like when you just started getting money.
I just told you, my first paycheck, I still work. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I've always been that type of a person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so speak.
I only started buying watches because of what it's worth with time.
Mm-hmm.
So even with that, though it's luxury,
Mm-hmm.
it's worth something. Now, if you get you a Rollies, a certain type of Rollie, like with time you can trade it.
Mm-hmm.
With shoes, there's a certain type of shoes that you can trade it. So I'm not thinking I'm going to trade it, but mentally helps me, psychs me to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it has to make sense one way or the other.
Okay. Would you say like you're a business person? Are you a
Yes,
business-oriented
I think-
person?
I don't know if that's what I'm going to tell me, but I definitely think too much about how you're going to keep money, how you're going to hold money, make sure that you don't go broke. That type of, state of mind. Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned cars
Yes.
and how you're willing to blow some money on some cars.
I'm not willing.
You're not willing to, or you're not willing to, unless it's like a quality, something that's gonna last.
Yeah. So what I do is you get a car that, regardless of time, it looks
It looks good.
good. Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Of all the cars that you have right now, what's your favorite car?
The S550.
Okay. How many cars do you have though? That's another question.
I
How
really
many?
don't have much now.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Another thing is, so now my final quick fire question before we come back, before we start wrapping things up, is what other plans do you have for 2021?
2021. So obviously for the fans, they want me to drop music. I'll be dropping music. But there's a lot of things I'm doing behind the scenes, doing stuff for the industry itself that I can't really. I've already started. There's a company working on stuff in Ghana that I'm trying to get into Nigeria as well. I'm behind it, but I don't like it when people know that you're the one doing it because there's a downside and upside to that. So I just wanted to work organically. But that's what we're working on, changing the narrative of when creatives have been mentioned in certain groups, the narrative around them, the whole idea that people have with entertainment, literally thinking it's just basically entertainment. It's all like a whole ecosystem around it. That is what I'm working on. So from 2021, 2021, 2022, moving forward, that's my focus. I've been working on this for a very long time, but I think we are it's a 98% there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty dope. Yeah. So now let me just bring you back to the album, No Pressure, and so you're known for best international flow, hip hop, all of that. So in the album, the first half, let's say the first half is the heavy hip hop songs, and then as the album continues, it gradually becomes softer, more diverse and stuff like that. Why did you choose to have that such a diverse bunch of? Because you have the heavy hip hop songs, you have the slower songs. I think you have a gospel song because you have a song with a gospel artist. So how did you decide to put those tracks together?
So my album before No Pressure was Black Love, which was dominated by Afrobeat. Actually, it's not even dominated, it was Afrobeat project, which I felt like it because every point I listened to my instincts and what I feel, and I felt like the fans wanted me to rap. So yes, I was going to give them some rap, at least some rap records, which I did. Then I realized that Sarkodie, I cut across. I'm not one of the few rappers that commercial people still listen to. So I can't just because of Sac Nation, I can't just do what Sac Nation wants. I have to give the people what they want as well. So anybody who cops this album is not going to be stuck on. If you appreciate all music, you're going to enjoy this album. But if you're limited to maybe you like Afrobeat or you love some slow jam, some love songs, yes.
So there's a little something for everybody.
That's the idea of the
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So now I have like two questions that I want to ask you. Right. So I don't know if you've heard of Pulse Ghana. This is Pulse Live Kenya, but we have Pulse Ghana as
Yes.
well. Pulse in Ghana, and they wanted us to ask you these questions because, like, you know. So the first question is, yeah, how has being an Ashanti impacted your style and your flow over the years?
I think naturally Ashantis are go-getters.
Yeah.
It's in our blood to lead, to dominate, to invade. So that type of energy is what I use for the world. We're not scared. We won't back down. So a typical Ashanti always finds a way to survive. It's rare you find Ashanti who goes abroad. I'm not to say all tribes don't do. I'm just talking about people that I know where I'm from. They really, really put in that work, and I think that aspect is what is keeping me in the industry.
Okay.
Yes.
So
And also having the mass appeal, because the masses speak Tree, and that's Ashantis. That's our language. So that definitely helped with my domination in Ghana. Yes.
Yeah. So you actually had mentioned how, like, you know, you mix it up, and even if someone doesn't understand what you're saying, they still vibe with it. But the question here is, like, people say that the language is difficult. So how are you making that magic, or how are you able to switch through, like, the English into this, into that? Like, how do you do that?
I just believe in sonics. Like, sonically, let your music be appealing to the ear. Understanding the music is a plus. If somebody understands the music here, it gives a great deeper connection to it because they know what you're saying. But if you don't, it has to be the vibes, and you can't get it all. Even the people that we tend to be like international artists, is because of who is telling us that they're international. You know, there's certain places that you mention certain names, they don't know who they are, even though they're speaking English, because they can't understand it.
Yeah.
Even here in Africa, though we are speaking English, if you go to the villages and all these, you know, the streets, sometimes they don't really get what these dancehall records are talking about.
Yeah.
Unless they really want to listen to understand. So that's the same thing. I don't believe in it. I think sonically it has to appeal to the ear. I think there are people in the States who rap in English and still come here and will not be able to connect. True. People that make it that make it here. Even I was telling somebody, I'm like, American hip hop is dominating Africa. But to be honest, the people that really, really dominate today are still 50 Cent. You have Lil Wayne. The new school will only take Drake and Nicki Minaj.
Okay, yeah.
You have Shaggy. Africa just knew these people, and to date, Snoop Dogg. You know, these people had something that stood out amongst just rapping. You know, if you take all these new rappers that are coming, we listen to them because we know the vibe or whatever. They go to the street, they don't care. You know, they are still stuck on 50. So it's more something very unique about you, and you're good to go.
So now, speaking of like the older rappers and the newer rappers, what do you think about like the drill scene in general, the Ghanaian drill scene, and just the drill scene in general, like this new age drill scene?
Yeah. So when it comes to Africa drill, obviously it's Ghana from America.
Yes, sir.
So they've always had it. It's been going on. It's just I always believe in timing. This is the time, and the dominance is crazy. And I love the fact that they invaded together. You know, that's the only way to really make something work. One person cannot try to do it. It has to be an invasion. So yes, I'm definitely up for it. People want me to jump on a lot of drill records. It has to be about the beats though. If I get production that I feel like, you know, I'll jump on it. But I support the movement 100. Shouts to America, putting Ghana on the map.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we have any questions from our guys who are watching in the audience. Just give me 1 second. It's taking a minute to load up. All right. Sorry, just. Okay. I think we have one that says, how old is he? Because you've been in the game for a long time. Someone wants to know how old you are.
I've always not been talking about my age for so long. Even myself, I need to calculate.
You don't even know how old you are. That's
No, like in 30s.
general. There you go. General area.
Yeah.
General area. Okay. All right, man. So first of all, let me just say thank you so much for joining us here today. I don't know if there's anything you want to shout out to your fans, if there's anything you'd like to let them know before we wrap things
to all
up.
Stark Nation, wherever you are, whether you're in Ghana, Senegal, Kenya, Tanzania, wherever you are, Sarkodie, even if I'm following you or not following you, just know that I'm doing this because of you guys. I really do appreciate. I wouldn't have been able to do this for 10 years if I didn't have people that care, and that's the Sak Nation. So I want to take this opportunity to say again, thank you so much for the support. My new album, No Pressure, is out on your phone right now. Just go and type all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever. Just type Sarkodie, No Pressure. Make sure you listen and give me the feedback. I'm definitely going to repost if you mention me on Instagram, retweet if you tweet me on Twitter and Facebook as well. So hope you guys enjoy. You know what time it is. I'll be the phone bit.
All right. Okay, so guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for all of you guys who dropped and showed love in the comment section. If you tuned in a little bit late, you can always just scroll back. The video will be available. But for now, I want to say a big thank you to you guys for tuning in. A big thank you to Sak for joining us, and wish you guys an amazing Tuesday. Peace.